And when I say cringe, I mean I would literally pause the anime, close my phone, put it away, stare at the fan, and ask myself why I was still watching. I recently finished The Angel Next Door Spoils Me Rotten Season 2, and I made friends with the second prettiest girl in my class. And somehow watching them back to back made me realize what I actually want from romance anime. Before I start, this isn't a hate video. I have watched over 90 anime at this point, and romance is probably my favorite genre. I love seeing awkward crushes, blushing teenager, slow burn relationships, and all the emotional chaos that comes with them. That's actually why this surprised me. I enjoyed the first season of The Angel Next Door, not enough to call it a masterpiece, but definitely enough to wait for season 2. So when the second season finally arrived, I had expectations. And those expectations were not met. No, that's okay, that's completely fine. Not every sequel needs to be better than the original. But I genuinely wasn't prepared for how often this season made me cringe. And when I say cringe, I mean I would literally pause the anime, close my phone, put it away, stare at the fan, and ask myself why I was still watching. I have never done that so many times while watching a romance anime. The weird thing is that I still can't fully explain what bothered me. I don't think the romance itself was the problem. I think it was the way many of the romantic moments were written. A lot of the dialogue felt unnatural to me. Instead of feeling like two teenagers talking, it often felt like the writers were trying very hard to create sweet, mature, zone-worthy moments. And for me, there's a very thin line between sweet and cringe. Unfortunately, many scenes cross that line. What's funny is that the characters I connected with the most weren't even the main couple. I loved Amani's mom. Honestly, she might be my favorite character in the entire series. She feels like the kind of person you would actually want around in real life. She's supportive, funny, and somehow feels more natural than a lot of the conversation happening around her. Then I finished the season and immediately started. I made friends with the second prettiest girl in my class, and the difference hit me almost instantly. The first thing I noticed was how believable the emotions felt. Not necessarily the situations, but emotions. That's an important difference. One character I connected with immediately was Umi. I have been in situations where I have felt the same kind of jealousy she experiences, not because of romance, but because of friendship. That feeling when someone you care about starts getting closer to other people and you suddenly feel left behind. The difference between me and Umi is that she's actually confronted her feelings and I didn't. So watching her deal with those emotions felt surprisingly relatable. Then there's Maki. As an introvert, I understood him almost immediately. A lot of introverts wants to be included. We want friendship, we want connection, but self-doubt gets in the way. And when the story starts exploring his family situation and his parents' divorce, it adds another layer to his character. Suddenly, his behavior makes even more sense. The show doesn't just tell us he's quiet; it gives us reason and context, and that made me care about him far more than I expected. Now, this anime isn't perfect either. In fact, I can already see why some people wouldn't enjoy it. If you're looking for non-stop romance, dramatic love triangles, or constant relationship progress, this probably isn't the show for you. It's slower, it's quieter, it's more interested in emotions than excitement. And because of that, some viewers might find it boring. But for me, that's exactly why it worked. Watching these two anime back to back helped me realize something. I don't actually need romance anime to be realistic. I just need the characters and their emotions to feel believable. That's the difference. Not realism, genuine. I can forgive unrealistic situations. I can even forgive those convenient plot points. I can forgive some cliche romance moments. But if I can't believe the emotions, I stop caring. And that's ultimately why Second Prettiest Girl connected with me more than The Angel Next Door Season 2. One constantly reminded me I was watching an anime, the other constantly reminded me of real people I have known. And for a romance story, that's probably the highest compliment I can give. But that's just my experience. If you have seen both shows, let me know which one connected with you more and why. I'll see you in the comments. Till then, bye bye.